When a cue ball shatters a rack of billiard balls, the result isn't random. Mass, angle, and velocity dictate exactly where those balls will scatter. Here is the problem. Humans are made of the exact same physical matter as those billiard balls. If every atom in the universe obeys predictable laws, then the electrical impulses in your brain and the muscles in your body must also be reacting to whatever struck them a fraction of a second ago. Under this view, you don't actually make choices. Every decision you've ever made is just a complex chemical domino effect set in motion long before you were born. We are caught between the observable laws of physics and our deep intuitive belief that our actions are entirely our own. In the late 18th century, philosopher Immanuel Kant looked for a way out of this trap. To save both the rigors of science and the existence of human freedom, he proposed we invert our understanding of how reality itself works. Kant called this his Copernican revolution. He argued that the human mind does not passively watch the universe happen, it actively constructs the universe we experience. Think of your mind as an active filter, catching raw sensory chaos, forcing it into a shape you understand. It generates space to organize incoming objects, applies time to sequence events, and imposes causality, locking events together with strict rules of cause and effect. This creates a split. There is the phenomenal world, the structured, predictable reality we see, and the noumenal world, which is the true reality hidden behind our mental filters. Because cause and effect is merely a program our mind runs to navigate physical space, it only applies to appearances. Our true, underlying noumenal selves exist outside that framework, leaving us radically free. This freedom creates a new problem. If we aren't bound by the laws of physics or simple animal instincts, how do we decide what to actually do? For Kant, freedom is the capacity to author and obey your own rational laws, rising above simple impulse. To test if those laws are valid, he created the categorical imperative. You take a single choice and project that action outward across the entire global network. You must only act on a principle if you would be willing for every other person to act the exact same way, without the system collapsing. By passing this test, we prove we are the authors of our own moral law. That authorship grants human beings an unconditional worth that supersedes the physical universe. From this autonomy, a strict rule emerges. Humans must always be treated as end goals themselves, never merely as tools or means to achieve something else. But there is a massive flaw. Our bodies operate down here in the rigid physical world, while our moral freedom exists in a completely separate rational universe. Kant identified an incalculable gulf between the mechanism of nature and the freedom of morality. If the physical world is blind to our moral laws, then our attempts to act morally and improve the world are practically doomed to fail from the start. Kant's final major inquiry explores how the experience of art and nature connects the mechanics of physics to the choices of morality. When you encounter immense natural beauty, something unique happens. You stop trying to calculate the usefulness of the mountain, stripping away all functional analysis. Your mind enters a state of free play. Your imagination and your understanding interact playfully, without being forced to categorize what you are seeing. This specific emotional experience provides a physical, sensible feeling of our own invisible freedom. Because the physical universe is capable of producing such elegance, nature feels hospitable to our consciousness. It acts as a signal that our moral goals can be achieved in the real world. This is Kant's ultimate vision of human dignity. We are the architects of reality. Our minds write the deterministic laws of nature, our reason writes the laws of morality, and our capacity to feel beauty confirms that both worlds can coexist within us.